through it. The cast of Disney's live-action Aladdin remake was revealed, with Mena Massoud playing Aladdin, Power Rangers star Naomi Scott playing Jasmine, and most interestingly, Will Smith playing the genie.
Oh boy!
At first I thought this might have been an Onion article, but it's not. Thoughts on the cast and specifically Will Smith? We'll start with Travis.
Cast is great. I've seen the pictures of them. They look exactly like their characters.
Yeah, the two stars do look
as far as Will Smith playing the genie, someone else asked me this question, and personally, I think he'll do fine. He has the chops really to play it. I mean, he's pretty good at improv.
It is a very big shadow.
It is a very big shadow.
Very big shadow. My personal hope was that they would just take Robin Williams' voice from the original and put it into the new live action one.
I would not want that.
You wouldn't want it?
I wouldn't want that.
Robin Williams has a lot of unused audio.
He does, but I wouldn't want that. That's not what I would want. I think Will Smith will do fine. I don't
think it's a bad casting.
I think that Disney can really control their actors pretty well. I think that if he tries to Will Smith-ize Genie too much, they'll keep him in check. You know? So I think that I think he'll do fine. Because, I mean, even with his Fresh Prince stuff, like, his Fresh Prince stuff is usually really funny.
I just don't want to see, like, a Fresh Prince genie. You know? like, I just don't want to see, like, that version of the genie.
The Fresh Prince of
What's
Saudi
good,
Arabia.
Uncle Phil?
I don't want to see that. Specifically, as a role, I think Will Smith is fine. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's all going to depend on the writing, because they're obviously going to have to write it a lot differently than Robin Williams' genie.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a very different adaptation of the genie. Pedro, what are your thoughts? I know you are a big Will fan.
Oh yeah, I freaking love Will Smith. It's recently Will Smith has been getting shit recently. With the fact
he
that
was
he's
in
been
Suicide Squad,
trying to get those Oscar bait films going, like he did with I think it was called Concussion. Right?
Yeah, Concussion. That was actually a very good movie.
Yeah, and then he tried doing that other movie with Ed Norton and all those other actors.
Collateral Beauty. That was apparently terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
so
I didn't see a Concussion.
Panned
I just
everybody.
Concussion.
But yeah, you know what? Yeah, Will Smith, he has to overcome a lot with the fact that he's going to be taking over, the Robin Williams
very big shoes to fill.
Role. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting how that comes. I also love the fact that Naomi Scott is playing Jasmine, because she was also she really looks like pretty much like Jasmine, and she was rather good in Power Rangers, So I'm looking forward to that. The casting looks good. That I'm looking forward to it. Usually the live action Disney films have been great. Even with Beauty and the Beast, while it wasn't perfect from what I've heard, it was rather good.
Yeah, I still need to see it.
It's really good.
I really love the Jungle Book.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot. I didn't see Cinderella, though.
Yeah, I still didn't see Cinderella either.
Jungle Book was really good, but I'm really excited for the Jon Favreau Lion King.
Yep, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
But I will say, though, that I think that as far as casting goes, like, Disney's never really has bad casting. I don't think Disney's ever had a bad casting.
Well,
honestly.
I'm sure if
let's not go that far.
Something we'd be able.
Right, but I mean their batting average is really, really good.
Yeah, they have a very good batting average.
Right.
They would be front runner for MVP right now.
If Will Smith was a bad casting, it'd probably be one of the first, honestly.
Yeah. So Matty P. Savage, what are your thoughts on the Fresh Prince of Agrabah?
He has.
You had to do it.
Fill, but I think he will do the job. Honestly, I think he is a very talented actor, and he will do what he needs to do to get it done.
All right, so yeah, that sums up that. The cast was also revealed for Disney's live-action Dumbo remake, which includes Michael Keaton, Colin Farrell, Eva Green, and Danny DeVito. The film will be directed by Tim Burton. Thoughts?
I just laugh when I hear Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito's in it. I want to see Danny DeVito in another Disney movie. That's all.
I want to see Danny DeVito playing every character in every movie.
Right.
That's really what I want. Yeah.
You know what I really want to do? I want to take all of the scenes of Phil from Hercules and just replace it with lines from Always Sunny. Just as a side note.
It's a random project.
How amazing is that?
That would be good.
Anyway,
the one thing I'm not sold on is Tim Burton directing.
Yeah.
I don't. I want it to feel like a Disney movie, not a Tim Burton movie. And like, listen, Batman 1989, it felt like a Batman movie. Batman Returns felt like a Tim Burton movie. So this is something that like I know like I love a lot of Tim Burton movies. Okay,
Yeah.
like I love Beetlejuice. I love
get
Batman. He has done so many good movies, but at the same time, if he does Dumbo and it just feels like a Tim Burton movie.
To be fair, the original Dumbo does kind of feel like a Tim Burton movie. It has that kind of like little bit of like ish to it.
They do, so like I do kind of like it, but at the same time I don't want them to go overboard. So I'm saying I want them to dial it back
no, I get that.
and just do it in small doses.
Not a lot of crazy mind warpiness
like,
that Tim Burton does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter just like flying around like whoa, like I don't want them doing that. But Michael Keaton I do like because Beetlejuice, it reunites him with Tim Burton and Batman. So yeah, very very cool.
Michael Keaton.
Also in Disney casting news is, as you just mentioned, you were very excited for The Lion King. Now this cast is stacked, all right? You got Donald Glover as Simba. You got James Earl Jones coming back as Mufasa. You got Seth Rogen as Pumbaa.
Which is the most amazing
Which is
casting ever.
perfect.
Yeah, you have John Oliver as Zazu, and now we have our Scar, and it is none other than Mr. Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman,
As
playing Scar. Is this casting, like, the whole cast, is it any less than fucking perfect?
It is perfect, and I love the casting of Hugh Jackman.
It's so good.
However, if they brought Jeremy Irons back...
Listen, Jeremy Irons, he was phenomenal as Scar. He was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
But Hugh Jackman...
I can't wait to see what he does with the character. I cannot wait to see what he does with the
He
character.
is such a good voice for it. Matt, what are your thoughts?
Also, his voice, when he's going to sing Be Prepared...
he is such a good... He's an amazing voice.
I'm gonna
Amazing
cry. I'm literally gonna cry in the
And
theater.
now, I do also want to bring up really quick before we get to your thoughts that they didn't release it online, but they at D23 they show the opening of the live action Lion King with Circle of Life. They said it's almost shot for shot, and they said it looks fucking believable, like unbelievable. They said the CGI in this, even in the early stages, looks as good as the Jungle Book did, and they said it just looks
probably better.
They said it wowed the entire audience.
That's amazing.
At how amazing it was.
That's amazing.
I have a lot of diehard Lion King fans, like, in my friends group, and I'm curious what their reaction is going to be. Like, me, myself, like, I'm honestly not a big Disney animated person.
I love Lion King.
I do enjoy the Lion King a lot.
This will be the first Disney animated movie, or not animated, this will be the first live action remake of one of their animated movies I'm definitely going to see opening weekend.
Isn't this like the first one where there's no actual like human characters in it too?
Yeah, there's no human characters in it whatsoever, because the Jungle Book you had...
Mowgli.
Mowgli, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's literally no human characters whatsoever, but the CGI is amazing.
I don't know. I just really hope they don't drop the ball. Like, this is an A-list cast, and I just hope they live it up.
Yeah. I only know like 3 people in the world that hate Lion King.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't name a single person that hates Lion. Oh wait, Pedro. No, I don't think Pedro hates Lion King. I just think he believes he saw it too much, right?
That's definitely, like, don't get me wrong, I adore Lion King, but growing up, going to school, that's all they ever fucking played when they had...
I wish I went to that school.
I do too. That movie's amazing.
Like, Lion King again? Fuck yeah. Let's fucking do it. That's what I talked like when I was a kid. I was like, fuck yeah, Lion King.
I literally only know like 3 people that hate Lion King, and one of them is a past guest, Miss Natasha Bagutsky.
Well, she doesn't like Pixar either.
Right.
So,
well, she calls it Hamlet with animals. Which
I knew it was going to be that too, because everybody who hates Lion King always compares.
By
it to
technicality, it really is Hamlet.
Probably
with
likes
animals.
Avatar though, and that's Pocahontas with blue people.
But in all reality, I mean, it is Hamlet with animals. Technically, it
doesn't matter.
It has
enough
a similar
time has passed
Right.
since Shakespeare.
No, I get
that
it.
you can adapt one of his works in a new light.
That's honestly not a viable reason at all.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, it's a great movie. I love it, and I think her criticism is absolutely stupid.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Anything else? Anyone want to add anything on Lion King?
Yeah, I can't wait
Don't
to
mess
see
it up.
Hugh Jackman.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Or
I think it's going to be amazing. Do you think Donald Glover's going to be able to
Did
pull
you say
off...
you can or you can't?
No, so I can't.
Donald Glover's going to pull off all the Simba stuff.
Oh yeah, he absolutely.
Yes.
Will.
Who do you think? Do you think he's still going to do young Simba too? They're just going to modulate his voice, or will they cast
that's
someone else?
interesting.
Oh my god, they're gonna
Matthew Broderick was old Simba in the original, but it was someone else who played young Simba. I'm not sure actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good question. We'll have to keep our ear close to the ground.
Maybe it'd be Tom Holland.
That's what I was saying. I was like, wait, let's give it Tom Holland.
Oh man, that would be interesting.
Young Simba, Tom Holland.
He's British.
possible.
He just uses British accent too.
Yeah.
Then Donald Glover just talks as normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on.
He talks. No, I'm sorry. He talks as his character from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah. Ralph breaks the internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I really wish that was ordered like oppositely.
Yeah.
But regardless, Ralph breaks the internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2. That's the title of the sequel. It debuted as first footage at D23, which showed Ralph and Vanellope traveling to ohmydisney.com, where they meet the Disney princesses, Star Wars characters, and references to the Avengers.
That's fucking awesome.
I'll see you guys later.
Matt has left the podcast.
Get back here.
That brings me to my point. Is this too meta?
Nah, hell no. Fuck that.
No,
That's
this
the
is
whole point of this
is
movie.
so meta, and I love it.
I don't know. I do kind of love it. And now I do. I can't get over it. I really can't. I was reading some stuff about people describing it, and apparently like they don't like Vanellope, and like she interrupts the princesses like during a parade, and apparently Snow White like breaks one of her glass slippers and is used as like a broken bottle to like. It reminds me of Shrek. Okay, like the original first and second Shrek, which is never a bad thing.
No.
Yeah.
But
I'm also. Could you imagine if they go to like the bootleg Disney sites?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
one of those, like the
please.
bootleg Disney games.
This is what I heard. I'll break it down a little bit.
Okay.
Then we'll get into it. So basically, what I heard is they meet up with this character. I think his name is Yes, with like 4 S's or something, and she's very trendy. And she's like, "Oh, we're gonna go here to ohmydisney.com."
Is it Yas?
No, no. I checked. It's an E, not an A. So basically, they go here, and there's a parade going on with the Disney princesses, and they're being guarded by stormtroopers. Like during the parade.
This is the best
This
thing
is
I've ever
fucking
seen
awesome.
or heard. This is the best thing I've ever heard of.
And then they go, and then like Vanellope gets in with the Disney princesses, and they're like talking and all. And there's a lot of like inside jokes. I know someone mentioned that Snow White mentions she can't see too well without glasses, which is to poke fun at her odd arm movements in the original 1937 film. So then I know C-3PO comes in at one point to talk to them, and they make fun of him by calling him R2-D2. And so it's just going to be littered. Obviously, the plot of the movie is not going to take place entirely at ohmydisney.com. We know they're going to bounce around, but if this is just like a 5-minute thing, I think it would be fucking hilarious.
I hope it's like a 20-minute thing. I don't care.
I just hope it doesn't come off as self-worshipping. I hope it
Yeah.
comes off as like self-aware making fun of themselves. 'Cause
That would be
really
awesome.
That would be amazing. But they did release a video recently where they were making fun of themselves. Oh no, that was I'm thinking of something else. I'm sorry. That's something.
okay.
That's something entirely different.
Now, Matt, I feel like just from your reactions, you have a different opinion on how you feel about this.
Yes. I think it would be more clever if they didn't reveal their hand so early. Like, that was so early in production that they showed this. They're like, hey, come see this movie because I'm just going to show everything.
Yeah, there's one thing that I did read that happens that I don't even want to bring up because I feel like it'll be amazing in the actual movie with, like, genuine reactions.
Right.
Like, I kind of wish I didn't read it. So I won't delve into that. But, like I said...
Wait, hold on. Is it with the princesses?
It has to do with the Disney thing. It's not with the princesses.
Okay, because I know there's another part where it's like, oh, you can't be a Disney princess because you weren't saved by a man. And it's like, no, I was harassed and saved by a man too. It's, oh, like, welcome to the team or something like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's... I was like, what?
If this comes off as... Did you ever see the Rooster Teeth... Or not Rooster Teeth. The Robot Chicken Nintendo conference?
No.
So Robot Chicken put out a video that Nintendo like had them do, where it's basically just them making fun of themselves the entire video, and it's like Nintendo wrote it for them to make, but it's like animated in the Robot Chicken style, and they aired it at one of the E3. I think it was like 2014 or 2015, and if it comes off as like that, where it's very self-aware, they're making fun of themselves, they know their shortcomings, and they're really poking fun at them.
Yeah.
Like I would love that. Like that would be amazing to me.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I just hope it doesn't come off as self-worshipping. That's my only word.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps that up.
Yeah.
So to move on, highly anticipated The Incredibles 2 also showed its first footage at D23. The footage focused on showing baby Jack's many powers, which include but are not limited to cloning himself, phasing through walls, and shooting laser beams out of his eyes. He showcases all of these during a fight with a raccoon. The film will focus on Elastigirl. She's out saving the world while Mr. Incredible struggles to adjust to home life, taking care of the kids. The film will also pick up a whopping 45 seconds after the events of the first film.
God.
So, can we get any more excited for this? Is it possible?
Probably not.
Matt, are you a big fan of The Incredibles?
I watched the first one. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, I I watched it years ago because I was a little kid, but yeah, I liked it a lot as a little kid.
I still quote Frozone like all the time.
Where is my super suit?
The only thing that could make it better is if
the best line in that movie is it's for the greater good. I am your wife. I am the greater good. I'm the greatest good you ever gonna get. That is the best line
amazing
in any
line.
Pixar movie.
The only thing that can make it better for me is if they recast Frozone as Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
Why?
How amazing would
Okay,
that
yes, I appreciate that a lot. Yes,
be? That would be amazing.
that would.
That
Yeah,
would be the
I
best
totally
thing ever.
agree.
No, what they should do is have Frozone have a kid, and it's played by Barack Obama.
Oh my god, yeah.
That would be the funniest thing ever.
He'd just be like, Michelle, where is my super suit?
Father, I need my jumpsuit, please.
My fellow American. We must stop syndrome.
Amazing. The best thing ever.
Pedro, you're a fan of The Incredibles, I take it?
Yo, yeah, I
Hates The
really
Incredibles.
dug The Incredibles. Now, I'm not as a big fan of The Incredibles as like
See,
most
I told you he
hardcore
hates
people
it.
are about The Incredibles. You know, like,
Yeah, The Incredibles is one of my favorite Pixar movies.
see, it's not mine.
And Brad Bird, he wrote and directed the original. Then he went on to do. He also did The Iron Giant.
First, Zach hates Spider-Man: Homecoming. And
No,
then
I
Pedro
liked
hates
it.
The
I give it an
Incredibles.
8.3. And
I give it lower than that.
so basically, Brad Bird wrote and directed The Iron Giant. Wrote and directed The Incredibles. He then wrote and directed Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. I love all these things, and now he's coming back to The Incredibles too. I'm very excited about it. Pedro, go on.
Like I was saying, I really like The Incredibles. I'm not as, like I said before, I'm not as big a fan as most people are, but I am looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see it. So, and I kind of wish that it took place a little bit more further than 45 seconds.
Now, remember how the first movie ends with the guy coming up? What the
Yeah.
Underminer, is that his name?
I
Yeah.
don't remember how
Whatever
it
it
ends.
was.
Honestly,
he
I haven't seen it
he
forever.
comes up at the end from the ground. I feel like what might happen is they might stop him, like in like the opening scene, and
Yeah,
then
just
it
immediately, yeah.
fast forward a couple months.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Is that-
That's
'cause
not
that would be
confirmed.
really- that would be-
That's not confirmed. That's just me. That's how I.
That
feel
would
they
be really
should do
funny
it.
though. That would
Yeah.
be so funny if like he comes up, and it's
And it's
literally
just like the opening fight. and
It's
that's
literally
it.
no, it's not even a fight. It's like he comes up and then Mr. Incredible just goes over and just like whacks him
Yeah,
on the
1,
head,
2, it's over. Yeah.
and then it just fast forwards like 20 years or something.
you know
No,
how
because
awesome,
Jack's still a baby. In the movie.
you know how awesome it would be if it was like a
if it's
direct
super-
like continuation scene to Incredibles 2 with that scene that somebody could like edit together the ending to the first Incredibles and the beginning to the Incredibles 2.
And it would all
and
just run through.
it will all blend in together, but you see the quality difference from the last one. So that would be
exactly.
insane.
Yeah. And any more on the Incredibles?
No,
You have anything else
seems
to add,
be good.
Travis? Nope. All right. So in Disney's newest trend, Disney has lost one of the two directors for Toy Story 4.
Oh no.
John Lasseter has confirmed his decision to step down, and Josh Cooley will now be the solo director for the film. So, two quick questions. One, is this bad news? And two, why are they making this movie? Like, those are the two things I really want to get to here. Toy Story 3 was such a phenomenal ending. It was perfect. It's one of my all-time favorite film trilogies, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Toy Story 1 through 3. It's amazing. And it had a perfect ending, and now they're going to lessen it with the fourth one.
They're not gonna let this series die.
They're not going because it's so successful.
This one's a cash grab. 100% cash grab.
100% cash
And
grab.
it's very disappointing.
I will say that the director thing, I don't think it's really a bad sign. I think that they probably just had a lot of creative differences and they weren't working well together. That's probably
Yeah.
what it comes down to. However, what's his face on the Han Solo film? The two directors on the Han Solo
Phil
film.
Lord and Christopher Miller.
Yeah, they that was definitely that's a bad sign.
Yeah. If they lost both directors here,
yeah.
it'd be like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, there's
Like,
something
they're
wrong.
losing a lot of directing teams.
Yeah.
But the fact that they still have one.
Yeah, I think that they just had a lot of creative differences and they weren't working well together, so that's probably what it came down to.
But you would think that if they had creative differences, that it would be Josh Cooley stepping down, because this is John Lasseter's baby.
Yeah,
You know.
he has been like
True, but
big time.
maybe Disney wants it to be too much of a cash grab, and that's why he's stepping down.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that, but still,
that does
like,
make
if
me
it
worried
was
more
a
for the
cash
film,
grab.
Yes.
his
So maybe it
mind.
is a bad sign. We don't know.
Maybe it is a bad sign.
So
Matty P. Savage, how do you feel about the Toy Story movies?
I love the Toy Story movies.
You love
I really
them?
did.
I'm assuming like you don't want to see the fourth one.
No, I don't, because I cried like a baby at the end of Toy Story 3.
I was.
Oh my
very,
God, I
very
lost
I
it.
second that.
are they gonna name it The Fourth Awakens?
No, that was Sharknado 4.
Oh yeah,
That was the actual title of Sharknado 4.
The Fourth
It's
Awakens.
no, it's gonna be Toy Story 4. Tom Hanks is getting too old to play Woody. And that's about it. And it makes me so angry right now. Like
the only way that they can make this good is if it takes place like 200 years in the future, and they're all like, and they're all like
the last leftovers of humanity.
Yeah, they're like
it's like a fallen world.
They're like super old and dilapidated, and it's like the end of their life. It just has to be like a super depressing movie about like the end of these toys.
But the trailer should be just like look like the old movies.
Yeah,
like all just toys.
Yeah,
you go to see it, and it's actually fucking depressing as shit.
Yeah, it's just the road. It's just it's Toy Story 4 and then the road.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It's the road.
That's all it is.
And it turns out that Viggo Mortensen's actually playing Woody now.
Pedro, what are your thoughts on Toy Story 4 losing a director and Toy Story 4 just in general?
Like you, Zach, Toy Story is my number one favorite Disney film.
Yes.
And
actually, my number one favorite Disney film on our list was Toy Story 1 through 3. I grouped them all together. It was my number one on our Disney list.
My favorite.
I could agree to that. Definitely the first Toy Story being my number one. And I remember I was talking to my sister about this, and we were both like, just like, no, why is this happening? The trilogy ended off so well. It was like nice little bow. Like, we don't need to see this story continue. Now, from what I can understand is if they want to make another trilogy, like make 4, 5, and 6, but it's just like, even then, it's just like, listen, I know this could be like a start of a new story, but we don't want to see a start of a new story, let alone even more in the future. And hearing that John Lasseter is stepping down really does concern me, because he did direct the first Toy Story, and that was amazing. From what I remember, he directed the second one, right?
I was not prepared for a quiz. I believe so.
All right, but
from
what I remember, I think he directed the second one. But yeah, I mean, it does concern me. Regardless of the fact, let's say, for instance, if Toy Story 4 ends up being bad, it's not going to be in my mind like that actually happened. So, like,
I mean, literally the only way they can make this work, in my eyes, is if they kind of go the a Star Wars story route, where it's not about the characters, it's about a totally separate group of characters, and it's about.
But we already know it's not. We already know Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are coming back.
Well, yeah, maybe it's just other Woody. There are probably multiple Woodies made.
Otherworld Woody.
Yeah, it's just Woody from.
They have to fight. They have to fight the dark versions of themselves.
oh my god!
It's Woody from like the neo noir, like Blade Runner era.
This is why we're not directing this movie.
Oh my god! Could you imagine?
I think we should be.
I think we should be directing every movie that comes out.
Because we wouldn't we just wouldn't make it.
Yeah, like, Toy Story 4.
Oh shit! And there's Brian's thoughts on Toy Story 4.
Brian, we need a synopsis real quick. What do you think it's going to be?
Toy Story 4?
Yeah, how do you think it's going to be?
Well, what? They're with the little girl now, so there's probably going to be something that happens.
With the little girl.
It's going to be a movie.
Burglar Steal.
It's going to be 3 acts, most likely.
Just to go back to that fact check, he did Toy Story 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Who did 3?
He did not do 3.
Who?
Was he a producer on 3?
He was executive producer on
okay.
Toy Story 3.
Who did 3?
I'm gonna get to it.
Writers are John Lasseter, Andrew Stanton.
The director of Toy Story 3 was Lee Unkrich. The writers were John Lasseter and Andrew Stanton.
Great, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Oh, thanks, Zach.
So yeah,
Zach on the fact check.
And that sums up our featured stories for movie news.